Hello students. Now I am going to discuss chi-square test. I had discussed under various circumstances that z-test, t-test are used to test the hypothesis about the population parameter. Now I will discuss the test related to categorical data. Categorical data is defined as the counting of frequencies from one or more variable. This thing I had also discussed earlier. Now, some researchers place chi-square test in the category of non-parametric test for testing hypotheses. The test described earlier, like t-test or z-test, are based on the assumptions that the samples are drawn from the normally distributed population. In some cases, the researcher may not be sure of whether the population distribution is normal or not. So, the statistical tests that do not require prior knowledge about the population are termed as non-parametric test, and chi-square test is one of the non-parametric test. A chi-square test is a statistical procedure used by the researcher to examine the differences between categorical variables in the same population. The null hypothesis of the chi-square test is that no relationship exists on the categorical variables in the population. That means they are independent of each other. The chi-square quantity describes the magnitude of discrepancies between the theory and the observation. That is, it defines the differences between the observed value and the expected value. Now, the data required for chi-square test. First, before discussing that, I would like to tell you that the chi-square test was developed by Carl Pearson in 1900. The symbol chi stands from the Greek letter. We have discussed in t-test that it is a function of degree of freedom. Similarly, chi-square distribution is also a function of degree of freedom. The distribution is skewed to the right. That is, the graph is always skewed to the right. Being a sum of square quantities, chi-square distribution can never be negative. Can never be negative. In other words, chi-square distribution is the family of curve with which each distribution is defined by the degree of freedom associated with it. So, the data used by the chi-square test has to be in frequency. The majorly data used in chi-square test is discrete data. Properties of chi-square test distribution are: unlike normal and t-distribution, chi-square is not a symmetric. It is not a symmetric test. As I said, because of the sum of square quantities, chi-square distribution can never be negative. It has to be greater than or equal to 0. The shape of the chi-square distribution depends upon the degree of freedom. With the increase in degree of freedom, the graph of chi-square tends to be like a normal distribution graph. In this figure, you can see as we increase the degree of freedom, the graph tends to become normal. The white graph shows that at the degree of freedom 3, it is highly skewed than at degree of freedom 6. It is slightly more, and at degree of freedom 12, shown by the green line, it is more normally distributed as compared to that of graph red and graph with white line. So as we increase the degree of freedom, the graphs for chi-square test tends to become normally distributed. And second thing which is shown in this graph is we don't have any negative value. The graphs, all the graphs are skewed towards the right because it is a square value, so we are not having any negative term in this, negative value in this. Now when can we apply chi-square test? Conditions. What are the conditions required which are applicable for applying chi-square test? In a contingency table, an expected frequency of less than 5 in a cell is less than the frequency required to apply chi-square test. In such case, we need to pool the frequencies with which are less than 5 with the preceding or succeeding frequencies so that the sum of the frequency will be 5 or more. That means we need to have values expected frequency more than 5. If we have the values less than 5, in that case our null hypothesis will be rejected again and again. So in order to reduce that error, we need to have expected values more than 5. Second condition is the sample should consist of at least 50 observations and should be drawn randomly from the population. In addition, all the individual observation in a sample should be independent of each other. This is a very important point, that the observations should be independent of each other. Last point, which is again very important point, data should be presented in percentage ratio form rather than expressed in an original unit. It has to be a categorical data. Now the formula used for chi-square is summation of FO minus FE whole square divided by FE. This is also known as goodness of fit test. We have different tests in chi-square. At least we have 3 tests. Here I am discussing goodness of fit test. In this, the formula for chi-square is summation of FO minus FE square divided by FE, where FO is the observed frequency, FE is the expected frequency. Here the degree of freedom is equal to K minus 1 minus C, where K is equal to number of categories and C is the number of parameters being estimated from sample data. The decision rule for chi-square is chi-square calculated value should be greater than chi-square critical value. Otherwise, we will in that case we reject the null hypothesis. I repeat, if calculated chi-square value is greater than critical chi-square value, we reject the null hypothesis because calculated or observed chi-square value is lying in the rejection region. That is why we reject the null hypothesis. The chi-square test will be more clear with the help of this example. A company is concerned about the increasing violent altercations between its employees. The number of violent incidents recorded by the management during 6 randomly selected months is shown in the given table. Now this table shows per month in January, February, March the number of violent incidents In January, 55 violent incident happened. In February, 65 violent incident happened. In March, 68, and so on. The level of significance is given in the question, which is equal to 5%. Now let us see how to use goodness of fit test to solve this question. This question will proceed in the same manner as we had solved t-test and z-test. So in order to solve this, we will proceed with 7 steps of hypothesis testing. Let us see how to solve this. Step number 1 is to frame null and alternate hypothesis. Here, the null hypothesis I had framed is number of violent altercations are uniformly distributed over the month. Alternate hypothesis is number of violent altercations are not uniformly distributed. Since the data is in frequencies, so we are using chi-square test. The formula is given. Degree of freedom we have to calculate. Level of significance, third step, is also given, 5%. Now to set the decision rule. Decision rule is when the calculated chi-square value is greater than critical chi-square value, we reject the null hypothesis. Step 5, correct the data which is already given in the table. Now step number 6, analyze the data. First of all, we need to find out the expected frequency. The formula to find out the expected frequency is summation of f0 divided by n. Putting the values in this, we get fe is equal to 70. Now pay attention to the table. The first column of the table shows the number of months. Second column of the table shows your observed frequency, which was mentioned in the table, in the question itself. Third column is FE that we have calculated in the previous step, 70 for all the months, mean value. Now fourth column shows f0 minus fe ka whole square divided by fe. This is the formula for t-test. After applying the values in this formula and at the end in the row total, the last column shows 6.65. The summation of the fourth column is your chi-square value at degree of freedom n minus 1, which is equal to 6, minus 1, which is equal to 5. Now why this degree of freedom n minus 1? Because we do not have C categories in this case. We have only k minus 1. K is equal to n is equal to the size or is equal to the number of months, the number of data available. So the degree of freedom is equal to n minus 1, which is equal to 5. Now this table shows the chi-square table with degree of freedom at different significance level. In this particular question, the level of significance is 5% and the degree of freedom is 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. So at 5 degree of freedom, at 0.05 level of significance, we have value 11.07. The seventh step is at 95% confidence level, because we have significance level which is equal to 5%. So the confidence level is 95%. The critical value obtained from the table at 5% significance level and 5 degree of freedom, the critical value for chi-square is 11.07. So the decision rule, according to the decision rule, chi-square observed value we obtained by solving the formula is 6.65, which is less than the tabular value, so we accept the null hypothesis. Since 6.65 is less than 11.07 and it is lying in the acceptance region in the graph, so we had accepted the null hypothesis. This is a rough graph which helps you to understand where 6.65 is lying. This graph is skewed at the right. It don't have any negative value. 6.65 is supposedly lying in the point shown in the graph, and 11.07, which is the critical value for chi-square at 5% significance level and 5 degree of freedom. So the rejection region is skewed at the is lying in the right. Since 6.65 is lying in the acceptance region, so we had accepted the null hypothesis. I hope with this example chi-square test is bit clear to you. I, I hope everybody is safe and sound at home. Thank you so much for listening this video.